Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Terry, and I am with Gateway to Counseling. And I think I finally found my perfect spot as we enter into the summer. I have all these windows here, and all the sun just kind of comes in. So I think this is going to be more perfect for us. But anyway, welcome to the Ask Terry Show. As you guys know that we are here as a free resource for you guys to bring peace, joy, love, and light into the lives of millions. Of course, we have affordable online counseling. We take insurance, but this is free for you guys. If you have a question, you can email me, you can text me, you can message me, and then I will either go over that question today on the days that I do this live, or I will do it the following day. We do this Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8:15 to 8:30. And we do it live here on our page, and then we repost it in the group, okay? So that's some information about what we're doing. So today's question that I was just asked was, why can't I do the things I need to do to be successful in life, to achieve my goals and my dreams? Why can't I get those things done, right? And guys, the reason is because we get stuck, right? We get stuck in a certain pattern. Think about this for a moment. When you get up in the morning and you leave your home to go to work, what route do you take? You probably take the same route over and over and over and over again. I remember one time I was driving to a meeting that I attended once a month. It was a real estate meeting, and someone was riding with me, and he said, "Why do you go this way? Why don't you go that way? Why don't you take this exit before? Because it's quicker." And I didn't even realize it. I mean, I was like going an extra exit, making a little U-turn because I thought I had to do it that way. And so that was just so funny that someone, in a matter of a split second of being with me, saw what I was doing, made a comment about it, and it saved me time and effort and energy and all those other good things, right? And that's just a little example of going to a real estate meeting. But that happens to us so often in life. We are so used to going in a certain pattern that we don't even recognize that there's an alternative to what we're doing. So when we get stuck in that pattern, it tends to also affect us in accomplishing our goals to meet our dreams. Let me give you an example. Here's a good example. Let's say that my dream is to own a home. I want to, have a house and have a place for my kids to have their own room, to be able to play outside in their backyards. That was my dream. What happens is we get stuck in this routine. Let's say that the routine is that I go out for lunch every single day with my friends. On my way to work, I get a Starbucks coffee or whatever you guys drink from there. And then I go out to lunch with my friends. And then on Friday or Saturday, we usually go out for a really nice meal. And you're in this habit of doing those things. But what you don't realize is that you're spending about $20 every day. And then on the weekends, when you take the family out, you're spending at least $100, right? And you don't realize that you spent every week about a couple of $100 just going out to eat. And $200 a week times 4 weeks in a month, that's $800 a month. Golly, that's close to paying a mortgage, isn't it? At least down here in Houston it is. So we get stuck in these habits and in these patterns, and it's hard to break that. Let me give you another example of not being successful maybe in owning a home, but being successful in relationships. Let's say that you're a single woman and you really would like to meet someone that's nice and maybe have a long-term relationship with them and maybe one day actually get married. But what you keep falling into is meeting guys and it going really well in the beginning and then it being disastrous by the middle, right? And maybe within a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're like, why do I keep falling for the same guys? Well, maybe you have a certain pattern with these guys. Maybe you're meeting them online and you're going for the same type of guy over and over and over. Have you ever done that? Have you ever just sat down and made a chart of all the guys you've dated, or at least the last so many that you've dated, and looked at their personalities and wrote down what you liked about them and what you didn't like about them and see how that all relates? And you'll start to see that there's a definite pattern in the person that you're choosing, right? That's a little therapy tip right there, right? I use that with my clients. So, but you will notice that there's a pattern. And what you have to do is first recognize that there's a pattern. You probably need somebody to help you figure out what the pattern is. And then you got to break the pattern, right? So maybe your pattern is that you meet somebody, you really like this person because guys just hit it off. There's chemistry there, right? And maybe within the first week, you're having sex with them, right? Because you're an adult and you can do that and who cares? It's just you and you're making your own decisions and things are going really well and you guys are really enjoying each other and it's great. And then it's not great. And you've swapped spirits with this person, right? And you've had this time with them. It might have been 6 months. It might have even been a year. But you've gotten into this pattern again. And then maybe even move them in with you at your home or you move in with them at their home. And that's another pattern, right? So maybe that's why you're not being successful. So why can't we do the things that we want to do? Because we get stuck in patterns. I'm going to give you another example. We have people who just really procrastinate, right? Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, it's not due until, next week. I don't really need to do it today. There's a saying that do today what you hate the most to do. Do it first thing in the morning. Sometimes, guys, I just do not want to return phone calls. I just don't. I don't want to, talk about whatever it is that's going on. And I have to return phone calls, don't I? Between my different businesses, I have to return phone calls. But sometimes I just dread calling certain people. It might be the insurance company. It might be whoever. I just don't want to do it. So I have to do it first. And then I get to do the things that I enjoy doing, like talking to you guys, right? So sometimes that means that I'm actually waking up early in the morning to get some of those things done that I don't really like to do. I can't call people at 4:00 in the morning, but I can get a whole bunch of other things done that I know I just don't want to do, right? Notes is one of them. I hate doing notes, but that's what I was doing right before we got started today. But I go ahead and get it done because it needs to be done, because if it's not done, I will not be successful. I'll use me as an example. If I don't do my notes, then insurance companies can call at any point in time and say, hey, we need such and such and such. I get subpoenaed to go to court at times and they need records. If I don't have the records, guess what? I look bad and then they don't trust me to refer clients to me, right? So I have to do what I have to do to be successful in life. And what I learned is that it starts with very small things. Let's say going to the gym. I want to be more healthy. I want to eat right. I want to live right. I want to work out. And Maybe today I just don't feel like going to the gym, but I push myself and I make myself go, even if it's just for 45 minutes, because I can burn over 300 calories or more, depending on what I'm doing, in 45 minutes, right? Well, that's a meal for me. So, so I'm like, go to the gym, and I'm working on my diabetes and my blood pressure and all those good things. So I got to get that heart rate pumping. So I push myself to go and do those things because it's the little habits that I form every day that's going to help me to accomplish my dreams. Right? My dream right now is to be a healthy person. So to be a healthy person, I have to eat right. I have to exercise. Even when I don't feel like cooking, even when I don't feel like getting in the car and going to the gym, or even feel like walking around the subdivision, right? So, guys, I just wanted to share with you that when we can't get accomplished what we set out to get accomplished, when it's hard to do the things we know we need to do, we're stuck. And you might need to sit down and do a little journaling in that area to figure out why you're stuck. If you can't figure out why you're stuck or how to get unstuck, guess what? We're here. Gateway to Counseling. Bringing peace, joy, love, and light into the lives of millions with affordable online counseling. We absolutely say anywhere, anytime, enter our gates into a brighter tomorrow where you are in control. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.